Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, Mumrick, thank you so much for the 35 months. Thank you. Yay, Mumrick, hi. How are you? It's been a while. Hold on. Also, hi, Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. Hi. Welcome in. Hello. I'm here. I'm here. We're, we're doing a very silly short stream today. I think I'm going to stream again later tonight. Um, uh, Give me one second. Yeah, I think I'm going to stream again later tonight. Um, Been a while, lurked a few times, but it was a bit busy, so I didn't write anything. No worries, no worries. I'm glad to see you again. Um, Rough time now before Christmas. Oh no, I hope everything will be okay soon. Peepo pat, peepo pat. But yeah, um, what am I trying to say? Uh, so the plan for today is that we're doing a nice chill short stream today. I think I'm going to do 2 hours maximum. Because I have some commitments that I have to do later. But then there is going to be the new The Amazing Digital Circus episode that's coming out later today. And I think I'm going to do a stream for that. Maybe. Um, I know I won't be there during the premiere. So I will so if you guys want to watch the premiere first, um, you guys should do that. But then I'm going to do a stream a little bit later tonight, maybe 8 p.m. 8 p.m. 9 p.m. EST, around there, watching the episode. I don't know if I'm going to do more than that, but I will be watching the episode later tonight. On top of that, I will be having a little special sale on my shop um, for the next week. The holiday sales is still happening. The extra holiday discounts is still going on. But from now until next Friday, I think all Amazing Digital Circus merch that I have made is at a discount. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Stickers are at a discount and keychains are at a discount. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make an announcement later today about it. But yeah, um, let's see. I also, I won't lie, I have food. I was out early today. Uh, I had commitments earlier this morning. Every Friday, I would have started stream earlier. I won't lie, but one, I wasn't home until like 30 minutes ago, and two, I won't lie, I was watching Into the Spider-Verse. Um, but yeah, let me see. Let me get my screen up. I don't know what we're gonna draw today. I have an idea in mind. I'm either going to continue the doodles from yesterday or I'm going to do a brand new doodle. Um, 1276. But yeah, I'm going to probably continue watching some more Minecraft ARGs. Yesterday I got a long list. I don't think we'll get to all of it today, but I will. Okay. But I'll most likely just watch stuff first and then eat my food. Um I'll eat my food and uh then I'll lock into art later. If that's all right with you guys. Let's see. No, that's not it. I have to do Christmas shopping a little bit later. Oh, speaking of shop, um I shipped out everything. People who have ah ah people who have ordered from my shop from when I opened it till the 9th, I have packed everything. I locked in the past like 2 days. I actually locked the heck in. I started packing on the 9th and I finished packing everything last night. And then I did all the custom forms and everything yesterday as well. And I put everything, like, I stayed up just to pack orders. And then I shipped them out today, which was fun. Okay. Also, okay, I have a question. Have you guys been getting a TikTok that is like a black screen? Have you like I keep getting TikToks that are like just black screens and just audio. And then when I send it to my friends to see if they have they've seen it, they can't even open the TikTok when I send it to them. It's like it's not found. Which is a little scary. And I didn't only I usually just get one type, but then last night after I sent it to my friends, um apparently I got another type of TikTok. I don't think I have. It's it's scaring me. Never use TikTok. That's good. I feel like TikTok.
Hello.
Oh, oopsie. I feel like TikTok is like low key ruining my life. And by that because I doom scroll. I doom scroll every night. My TikTok is haunted. Wait, maybe I can find it. I can find it. Um but I don't want to like it because if I like it it's just going to keep appearing, right? I'm scared of. I start just trying to stay off it. That's good. You're doing yourself a service by doing that. Not gonna lie. Huh? Oh, what is that? Wait, why are all of my TikTok videos like broken? I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my god, why is like so many of the videos blank? I just watched them last night. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna look for it. My TikTok. I do believe that my TikTok is haunted. I do believe that. Oh no. Oh no, something's wrong with my TikTok. No. As if I don't doom scroll on YouTube search, which half of the time are TikToks as well. No, that's so fair. I have a friend. He sends me, um, he sends me YouTube shorts, and then I send back TikToks. It's, it's quite awful. Time to uninstall? No, for real. I'm considering it. I consider it, and then I never do it. I got a panini today, guys. I got a panini. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And I added chipotle mayo. Yum, yum, yum. But like I bought it like an hour and a half ago. So it's like not even warm anymore. It's a cold panini. The amount of times I'll see a TikTok and then the next day I see it on YouTube Shorts. I think it's because I don't know if it's posted at the same time, but I know TikTok doesn't like content that is like reposted from another site. So like if you post um oh hi, welcome in, hello. So if you post something on like YouTube Shorts and then you post it on TikTok and TikTok like discovers it or something, they won't like it. And so then um your numbers are like lower or whatever. Though how would I know? I don't post anything. I remember years ago, I said if I get 1,000 followers on TikTok, without posting any videos, I'll post my first TikTok. We got close. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, Kiani. Hi. I bought food, so now I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it while we watch some Minecraft ARGs. And I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna binge watch Reefy's videos. I feel like that's fine, right? Are you trying to convince me to install TikTok so I can follow? I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore. I don't know if I can keep this promise because I don't even know what to make TikTok videos of. Reefies, yay! And then after I finish my meal, then I'll lock into drawing. Buttered toast. You make TikTok order packing videos? I could. But that requires a lot of filming. And I'm not really good at that. I don't know how to edit videos, guys. This is not the video that we're watching right now. Actually, we can. Should we watch them, like, in order? There's something living in my world. Like, this is the last one. And then this is the second one.
Follow
up. Kiori. Wait, I know your name. Hi, welcome in. Hi. This is the same Kiori, right? Hi there, hi. I'm watching videos while I eat my food, and then, there's two videos that are about the same person. Which one is it? Oh, I wanted to watch this one. Oh, this is the one that's opened. There's something watching me because it looks so scary. And I don't want to watch scary things by myself. So I was hoping that I could watch it with you guys. And then freak out on stream. Yay! We can watch this one first. Or we could save it for later. Actually, it's 47 minutes. Okay, maybe I'll watch it first because I don't have that much time today. Yes, we're watching ARGs. I have gone down the rabbit hole of ARGs. My TikTok For You page is either Unstable Universe, and I have to keep skipping them because I don't want to get spoiled. It's either Unstable Universe, ARGs, or like cursed TikToks that are black screens with audio that doesn't show anything and it's just audio. And then when I send it to my friends, they can't even click on the video. Wait, now that there's more people here, have you guys gotten these TikToks where it's like a black screen and it's like only audio? It's like just audio. And it's really creepy. And everyone in the comments is all like, and like it keeps coming up on my For You page. The same exact video, a black screen that I guess has a movie, except it doesn't play. Yes, actually. And it keeps popping up. And there's a second one that's happening. And I got it yesterday and it was creeping me out. Anyways, okay, let's watch this one. Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna turn off this. So the plan is that I will be drawing. It's just that I have food and I'm eating it. So we're gonna watch this video and then I'll finish my food and then I'll draw something. I have something that I want to draw. So
I'm playing a Let's Play world. I made a farm.
The player you're watching right now.
Pause, Weefies. I'm sorry. I had to go all the way back to the beginning. Okay, here we go.
I'm playing a Let's Play world.
Yay!
The player you're watching right now goes by the username Navy208. He chats to us casually as he shows off his house and his farm, completely unaware that he's being watched. The story.
Oh yeah, now that I talked about it, you guys are definitely going to get on your For You page.
Skyrockets down a deeply strange and unsettling rabbit hole, with multiple players going missing and something very unnatural just watching. But
Ah!
rewind a little back to Navy, who starts
Wait, I
off
did
his
not like
first
that.
video wondering what happened to his skin, though we don't get much context.
Oh, he
as to
turns
what
into
exactly was
Aquaman.
wrong. He gives us a tour of his house, his mildly lackluster farm, and his strangely ambiguous green block atop a tree. Navy then
Okay.
shows us some of the land and expands the back of his house and ends the recording there, picking up where he left off in his second video.
I don't need
with
TikTok
windows.
listening to
He
me.
tries using a door as fuel despite having 17
Who's
coal
Base
and-
XD?
Wait. There it is. Atop a hill in the distance, for just a second, we can get a glimpse of a strange black block watching Navy with 2 eyes. Navy doesn't notice it though.
Wait, how long ago has this
He's
video
walking
came
around.
out? 6 months ago? Why do I feel like I've seen this video before?
His base, unaware.
Hey, do you love me some horror,
Goes
dude?
back to the furnace.
It hit
The
something.
door didn't smelt, so he swaps in coal. He digs holes for the windows. The glass continues to smelt. The block still on the hill outside.
Haven't watched this one
Navy
yet.
leaves the house, looking around. Does he know? He harvests his cacti, evidently
I
unaware.
feel like I
he's
watched
being
this like a long
watched,
time ago,
or
but it's only been 6
discontented.
months.
His items finish smelting. His coal runs dry. He places in the windows of the house, one by one by one by one, avoiding the spot with the block on the hill. He digs a tunnel into the basement of his sandstone foundation. He tiles his floor with cobblestone.
So I won't be scared alone. No, that's exactly why I watch ARGs on stream. Because I feel like if I watch it by myself, I'm gonna get scared.
Video ends. Nothing happens. But there's a detail of this footage that I left out. At the start of the video, we see the chat history between Navy and a player called Base XD.
I genuinely feel like I've watched this before.
I'll come back later. Okay, I'll record a video. The two then talk about a sheep and Base logs off. But remember Base because this isn't the last we'll see of him. The first 2 videos so far have been odd but pretty subtle. However,
Hi, Red.
video 3
Hi, Witherwings. Ah!
The black block from before has now totally consumed Navy's base.
I've
with
definitely
fire,
watched
but
this
Navy
before.
returns in the next video to no trace of it. Instead, a sign.
I
just
don't
says
remember what
silent.
happens, though.
Interestingly, as Navy tours the
Hi.
river, we can see the
Oh my God,
black
5
block
stream
is
streak,
now gone from
yay!
its perch on the hill. In its stead, however, the solid green blocks we saw in video 1 have now replaced.
Guys, I'm eating my
Navy's
sandwich
icon. Navy is clearly puzzled
with a
and
fork and
continues to
knife,
walk around
'cause
the
I
world,
don't feel like
unsure
getting
what
my
to
hands
even
dirty.
make of it all. Also worth noting, the arm
the
in this
ominous
video
block.
isn't the blue skin we've seen
Here, let me
before.
put the
Instead,
captions
it's
on.
a regular Steve. The sun sets and the video ends with Navy walking over.
It's
to a
auto-generated,
pumpkin
so it's a
patch.
little
The
off,
next
but
video titled
just in case.
Watching is just 7 seconds.
Also,
of
let me know if the
black
audio is
blocks,
okay.
Nothing else. So we know these black blocks are important, but this then begs the obvious question: what is their purpose? And why did they burn down Navy's house? And who's watching him? We don't know much yet, but we get a better idea of what's going on here when we take a look at the description of the last video. The message seems like total gibberish, but if you attach
Ah,
it
is
to
it
the
a
end of the
YouTube
URL,
link?
it takes you to an
Classic.
unlisted video on Navy's channel. Inside, the footage is very strange. It's of a player with a pumpkin
very
on their
awesome.
head and an inventory containing
Emma,
a
thank you so much for the
nether
follow.
star, 5 space-looking blocks, 2 tulips,
Wait a second.
and a book.
Did you hear a alert go
This
through?
isn't any inventory. It's the same amount of
I didn't
levels
hear it.
as what Navy had in the
Ah!
last video right before he walked
Wait, I don't have
into a
this
pumpkin
open.
patch. The
Silly me.
player, Navy or not, walks back to the house to find 3 signs on a cosmic block of sorts. We can't make out 2 of the signs. This one might say base, but the 3rd sign is in plain sight. Base with a lot of ease. The player
Base.
keeps walking around
No
for a
alerts,
little before
yeah,
the
I didn't
video
open my thingy.
ends, and there's also a comment from Navy himself. The night is approaching. But what
E.
does it mean?
Hi,
It's
hi.
obvious that this might have something to do with Base XD, but the connection isn't really obvious. My first reaction
But went
is
through,
that
yeah.
maybe Navy was captured. It does seem like his XP amount, but what happened
Here,
to his
I will
inventory
replay it
is
for
a
you.
mystery. All we do know is that from here on, things are going to get far stranger, as in the next video,
scary.
The Eye That Watches, Navy abandons his base with just a brick in his hotbar and sets off into the desert. In the top
Maybe
corner
I
of the
started
screen,
watching
we
this
can
and then
see
I
the
got
black
scared and
block
I stopped
back
watching.
atop a tree, watching Navy. He leaves his house and keeps walking, seemingly unaware of the black blocks.
Also,
that
this
line
year
the
felt
rim
so
of every
long,
body
I
of
feel like.
water he passes. He either somehow doesn't notice, or for some reason is pretending not to. He continues until he reaches a savanna plateau. He climbs over the edge of a hill and
This is the
sees
same
the
area
red
where he
cap.
recorded?
Surely he should react, but he doesn't. He keeps walking until there's no excuse not to see it anymore. Navy stares at the cows, and the video ends. Something is evidently wrong with Navy's world, and maybe even Navy himself given his lack of a reaction, but we don't get much time to think it over, since the next video takes us into a completely different world. The video titled Forest notably doesn't have Navy's usual skin, and is in a square aspect ratio with
Steve.
far worse quality than before. The video consists of a player hiding from a skeleton, burrowing down into the ground, and only when they think the coast is clear, running off into the dark of night, just in time for the sun to rise. A minute in, we see a suspiciously dark block, but it may just be a lighting issue. Though while this video itself doesn't have
No
much
skin.
out of the normal, its description sure does. The text is encoded in zeros and ones.
Not
And
binary.
translating it to English using an online decoder gives us this string: "Don't kill the animals, or that will be mad." Is the "that" referring to the dark block we saw, or is it something else entirely? And whose gameplay even is
Wait,
this?
I
Is it
just realized how the
Navy
cows look
or
like.
someone else? Until further notice, I'll
Looks
call
so
this
scary.
person Steven, and we see Steven start off his
Steven!
video killing a pig, which might not be the smartest move, I can't lie. Steven stumbles around the plains in the dead of night, nothing strange, but as he comes up over a hill, he freezes. He notices
Same
a
vibes
witch
as Don't
before
Turn
booking
Left.
it in the opposite direction, running through a crowd of mobs, tanking hit after hit, until again the video ends with him dying. But this time, the description of the video isn't just a cryptic message. Translating the zeros and ones, we get a link to an unlisted video titled Experiment
unlisted
Based on
YouTube
JSON.
video,
Again, we have a new
classic.
skin, this time red and blue, but the structure they're standing in front of is even more peculiar. It seems to be some sort of shrine made out of blocks we can't exactly identify, with an end
It's
or the
clearly a
frame top.
obsidian.
The player stares it down for a few
Well, it's
seconds before
Weepies.
jumping into the vast
Yeah.
ocean in front of them.
No.
And that's it. What we just watched
Chicken?
is odd, but it isn't obvious how it connects to either Navy or Steven. But luckily, we can tune right back into Steven's story, as the next video picks up with him walking through a savanna, and then this happens. Hey.
Oh, base, but no XD. Chicken?
Steven turns to
I heard a
run,
chicken
looking
sound. That was
sheltered
a
in
chicken
nearby
sound, right?
cave, shaking his head no, but Base says to come closer. And Steven obliges.
Oh, maybe
The
I should
video
move
ends
the.
abruptly, with a brief chat message flickering in the bottom of the screen before it
Let's see,
cuts. This is the
subtitles.
fourth time the name Base has come up, and the second time we've seen it
Options.
directly on a player. So does this Base have
Let's
anything
see.
to do with the Base XD we saw in Navy's videos?
Edge.
It could be, but whoever he
What?
is, it seems Steven is irrationally scared of the guy, yet also obedient given he comes back when Base asks him to. It's not enough to draw any conclusions yet. All we can do is follow the story, which takes us to the video report, where
okay, I'll do it just a
Steven, I
little bit
assume,
higher.
is building up a little house by the beach. The video is extremely normal until 26 seconds in, the screen goes black and this text appears. It then cuts back like nothing happened and Steven finishes the port. But okay, this wasn't an ordinary
Nice.
message, it's clearly some sort of code. And decoding the message
code.
from base 64, which you can identify by the two equal signs at the end, gets you another link to an unlisted video.
Ooh,
Inside
another video.
two. If you remember Inside 1, this video also has someone with a pumpkin on their head, but this time the space blocks are gone and it's just some tulips and another pumpkin. In the corner, we can see a pig held captive in a little plot of
No!
grass with a sign underneath saying this: Tom, the last pig on Earth. The
Oh my
player
God.
places a tulip and it cuts there. And from
Free
what I
him!
understand so far, we're watching three stories unfold all at once. One is the story of Navy, the player we started this mystery with, who was just showing us around his base while being watched by a strange dark block in the distance. The dark blocks become more and more prevalent, and Navy
Not the
runs
pig.
into more and more anomalies before his footage suddenly runs cold. We then get the story of Steven, another player who, like Navy, is seemingly also just trying to play Minecraft, and if the next video is any indication, is also about to run into something strange. Finally, we have the Inside Man, a figure with a pumpkin on his head that
Okay,
seems to
Steven's
be
video
more
is just
in the
bad
know
quality.
as to what's going on, given he's had direct access to the cosmic blocks themselves. Not to mention, assuming that Inside Man isn't Navy, we know he has access to Navy's world as well. It's also very possible that this
Freedom.
Inside 2 video was recorded on the same island where Steven built his port, in which case Inside Man has access to both worlds. And I'd even wager that this Inside Man might also be the same person we see in experiment-base.json, given the weird nature of that video. Speaking of base though, both Navy and Steven have had interactions with someone named Base, though to be fair, Navy's base seemed totally normal, while Steven's base, well, you know. It's unclear what the connection between these three stories exactly is yet, but we know that there's at least some link between Inside Man and Navy, and, well, as I alluded to, Steven is also about to get roped into the fray. Steven starts off this video,
Ruh-roh.
again, killing a pig, a decision
No,
which
stop!
may not be the most wise and doesn't
Stop!
go very long
Not the
unpunished.
pigs. Ah! Oh Jesus!
Stephen
Oh my
Boyce
God.
is inside the house, the strange crying entity following close behind. It isn't that scary of a creature, but its existence is definitely abnormal. Why is this thing?
That was a moment of
Stephen
weakness? That
checks
was a
if
moment
the
of
coast is
weakness.
clear before walking around to make sure that the thing isn't there anymore.
Oh my God. Ah! And this is why I watch it on stream, guys. Oh God, I don't like that.
He walks back into his house before tearing down the door and boarding himself in, and that's the last we see from him.
Both from the
description of
scream
this
in the
video
face.
is another base 64 URL, but this time it's part of a
Dude,
media
I'd Alt
firewall
F4,
which
never
is
log in
called
again.
TPLO.png. Though the link is broken and we can't actually download
Oh.
the image, we now almost surely know that Navy and Steven are both being watched and tracked down by someone,
Jesus.
but that someone's intentions are still very
Dude, the
much
second time almost got
is
me
it
again.
really for killing animals? Well, killing animals, especially pigs, has been a recurring motif in the series. Navy, as you may notice, only feasts on pork. Steven starts off 2 of his videos killing a pig, and Inside Man is pretty concerned with preserving pigs, a goal that aligns with whoever the he we
Interesting.
heard about earlier is. In
The
any
scream made
case,
me
things
jump.
are
I'm so
about to
sorry,
go
guys.
From bad to worse, because in the next video,
Oh my gosh.
I Want to See You, we're actually back to some very oversaturated footage from Navy.
Oh my
himself.
goodness.
I know
Oh
this
my
isn't
eyes.
his usual skin, but you'll just have to take my word for it, and I'll show this as Navy later on. He walks through a regular field, but then we see something odd in the tree next to him, and
Oh
the video
God.
cuts. The word stop appears on screen, and the footage
Oh.
repeats over and over in some sort of loop before it breaks and the video ends. The floating head we saw resembled that of the entity that jumped Steven in the last video, and it's clear that what was coming from
You know,
him
this skin's
has
kinda
just come
endearing.
for Navy as well. The description is more base 64, and it's the same message over and over and over again. Do the eyes see me? Creepy on its own, but the
What is
description
that?
of the following
Gosh.
video is even more
I-
concerning.
I need to.
We're back to Navy's original blue hand, but in a place we've never seen before. A long
Oh.
corridor of
I-
the
oh.
eye blocks, all watching Navy. Actually, wait, this isn't Navy at all. The difference is subtle, but these darker 2 pixels aren't on the edges of Navy's arm, but they are
This
for
guy.
whoever this is. This is someone new. The mystery figure walks for a while before reaching a sign with some odd text. He keeps walking and runs into a very simple looking base setup, and then a second sign, equally sparse, then a third. He then enters a room with
Is
a
that an
structure like
eyeball?
the one we saw in
Ah.
experimentbase.json, with an eye block watching from atop a pedestal. There's a pit with a sign written in gibberish, and our player hesitates for a little before taking the plunge down. If we analyze the signs we walked past, we can see that each random symbol corresponds with a letter. Putting them all together, of course, spells I. In the next video,
Oh.
Ascend, our mystery man descends deeper into the complex, entering a huge room with eyes
Oh. a water pool. How
In the corner,
nice.
we can spot another pig trapped in glass, a strange clump of leaves, a stream of water, and an obsidian shrine with eyes all over it. The player keeps walking through it, taking it all in. He passes by a cluster of signs with one word written all over them. I. He keeps walking into
I?
another group of
That spells
signs
I?
with very unsettling messages. Please, my eyes. I won't kill them anymore. Navy 208. Please forgive us.
Huh.
Ascend, take me back. Ascend is our god. Our character
Who?
is momentarily transfixed before
Navy?
then eyeing what
This isn't
looks like
Navy,
a
because of
replica
2 pixels.
Navy's old base from the very beginning. He keeps walking. The player then reads one more final sign, asking if he'd like to ascend.
Isn't that
This
technically
is by
descending?
far the most important video we've seen yet. The text below the red face, who I can only guess
I
is
don't
meant
like.
to be Ascend himself,
Ah!
that he's
I
some sort
don't
of
like this.
angel,
I
god,
don't like this
deity type
anymore.
figure. He's likely the same he who doesn't wish
I
anyone
just
to
looked
be
up
killed,
from my
hence why some of
sandwich.
the signs are asking
Why
for
was that face
forgiveness,
there?
saying they won't kill anymore. We can guess that it's this Ascend figure who's been controlling all the eyes, watching over Navy and
Oh
Steve.
god, wait,
Who
I
is
don't
this
like
new figure that's
that.
inside his complex? Is it Inside Man Base? Luckily, the next video picks up right where this one
Discs.
left off, and the player
I can
falls
see
into
it.
a totally white room. He walks through a few signs.
Wow,
Ascend.
I'm so glad I'm watching
To
it when it's
ascend.
morning for me.
Ascend with them. Trust our God, ascend. We will ascend. He keeps walking through the white and back into the eye blocks.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember this part. So I definitely start. Oh god, oh my god.
And there's
I
our
I
God
definitely
once again. The
started
footage
watching
suddenly
this
cuts, though, and we're greeted by a
and then
familiar
stopped
fog
watching it because I got
inside
scared.
him. The screen is half covered in eyes, and we can barely tell what's going on. Briefly, we can see the book in his hand is titled Ascend. He runs through plenty of signs that I can't make out, but this one definitely says, I need eyes. The next video picks up with Inside Man running through the same area, coming across these new red eye blocks. It suddenly
Guys,
cuts
I'm
to a piece
scared.
of text, which I'll come back
I'm
to in
so
a moment.
scared.
When it cuts back, Inside Man is investigating the large clump of these Ascend eyes, I'll call them. He hesitates before, of course, jumping down. Whoever Inside Man is, they're clearly going deeper and deeper into this Sky Eye complex.
You're
Whether they're
descending,
part of
man.
it or some
You're not
sort of
ascending, you're
infiltrator isn't
descending.
to be known, but unlike the player from before, he seems to have some sort of idea of what he's doing. But let's revisit the text we
I
saw
see the
earlier.
whole
Running
face
it
as
through
the
a base
nose.
64 decoder, we get a MediaFire link to a file called
Wait, that's kinda funny.
ascendfootage.png. And I want to say now, do not do what I did and download files from the internet that you don't know who created. That's how you get
Okay.
viruses. With that said though, this is what the image looks like. It's a
Okay,
red
thanks.
filter over a beta house.
What is
with a
that?
weird white light shining
What is
through the
that?
door. For a link that was on screen for essentially half the video, I was expecting something a bit more informative, but the next video takes us somewhere completely different. We now get to see a hand for the first time in a while, and it's an Alex skin we've never seen before. Someone actually left a comment about the skin change, to which Navy responds with a link to an Imgur file of a house. It looks like the same house we see in the video, except before
Nice.
some sort of disaster. Alex enters
Oh.
the house and looks around,
A
showing
hand.
us a strange black block in the top corner. The house extends much further back than
Oh.
you think, and Alex walks up to 2 tunnels, one labeled no exit and
Oh my
the
God.
other exit. After
Left?
a bit of deliberation, Alex picks exit and
Oh.
continues down the hall. She heads down a side corridor and runs into a few signs. They're too dim to see at first, but brightening the video, we get "Do you see me?" Alex turns around and heads towards the
Oh my
exit
god, oh my
before
god. I'm
the
gonna
door
scoot
turns
all the way
and
back
Alex,
here. I'm gonna
of
scoot all the
course,
way back
jumps.
here.
The story picks up right back in the next video, and Alex looks around to find themselves in a strange gray world, the playground. There are spiraling
Playground?
towers, a tall pillar, trees made of wool, strange floating cacti, and suddenly a jump cut to the Ascend footage image we downloaded
Oh.
before. When we cut back, Alex
Oh.
is standing sleeping on a pile of Ascend eyes, and it appears she's back in the headquarters, but a few of the buildings remain. Alex runs off into the darkness and seems to materialize inside a house in the following video, the center. After a second of looking around, Alex walks outside into a gray world with signs waiting for them. I watched you. I know what you did to them. I'm not gonna let that happen. Welcome to Experiment Base. You are gonna ascend. Follow me and ascend with me and the other people. Beside her new house is a pen almost overflowing
awful.
with pigs. Scattered all around are strange structures and pillars of blocks leading into clumps of Ascend eyes watching over it all. Alex follows a trail of torches into a nearby building. There's a sign that says art, and as they walk in,
kill more
we get hit
pigs.
with a very strange bit of audio.
Oh.
The video cuts back,
I
and
don't like
Alex
that.
stands in front of a pit of Ascend eyes. I don't need to tell you what happens next. I'm sure you can guess. Let's try and digest what we just watched.
Oops.
It's uncertain if Alex is the same person as Inside Man, but given her hesitance and Inside Man's apparent confidence, I'd wager they're two different people. In that case, how Alex got to the house in the first place is
Okay, guys, I'll
unknown,
be right
but
back.
their
I'm putting my
behavior
dishes
looks
away.
very similar to
But I'll
that
keep
of the
the video
player who
playing.
got abducted into the Sky Eye. It could well be that they shared a similar fate. In any case, though, after traveling through the various oddities of whatever this place is, Alex runs into these messages, which I'd guess are from Ascend himself. The most interesting sign by far, though, is this one. It implies that this whole setup is some sort of protocol or experiment made to deal with players who Ascend wants to capture. And actually, the sign Ascend with all of us makes me think that this writer isn't Ascend, and maybe someone who works under him. Perhaps it's Base himself, though that's largely speculation for now. The audio we hear inside the house sounds like it could be some sort of audio cipher, though after putting it in both a spectrogram and oscilloscope, it came back with no hidden meaning. It seems like it's really just weird noise. There's also these buttons out on the front of the house, which I thought could be some sort of Morse or binary code, but no matter what I tried, assigning torches as dots, buttons as dots, multiple buttons as dashes, single buttons as dots, nothing gave any intelligible message. So all that we're left with is that this Alex player quote-unquote
Yeah, I'm back.
ascended, just like the others we've seen. But
Oh,
why?
congratulations.
And by now, I'm sure you may have lots of other questions, but don't worry, because so does Navy.
Navy.
Our
Oh,
guy,
is that a
Navy
person?
208, is back. Clearly not gone
Person?
just yet. The arm we see here is the same arm that I told you was Navy a few videos ago, so we can assume that this is where he was sent after whatever that was captured him. Navy
Hero
stumbles
Brian?
across a weird misshapen player named
Oh.
Void Base N566. And then we see something huge. This player
Okay.
has the exact same arm as the arm we saw from Sky Eye to Descend. This is that same player who was exploring the complex. Hello? Who
Oh.
are you? You. Me. You.
Hi, Jack.
Me what? What do you mean? Him. Who? Hello?
I'm gonna put the subtitles up here. Oh,
Who is Ask? Him. I
Ask
don't
who?
understand. He wants me. What? My eyes.
Oh.
Eyes?
oh.
Void then turns his head at Navy, and Navy begins to
You,
run away,
me, what, who,
screaming
where?
From Void.
Run! Run, Navy, run!
Wait,
Don't wait! Don't wait! Keep going! No! You didn't wait! You stopped! Go, go! Oh,
finally, we're getting somewhere big. The description of this video is in binary and translates to the end of a Mediafire URL. Downloading it
Another
gives us an image of Void with more binary. Translating that gives us everyone will become Void. Evidently, when
Void!
players ascend, they're turning into these hollow
No,
Void
not
versions
again.
of themselves, hence the "they took him" in the description of Inside Man's first video. The Ascend demon thing we saw earlier must
Oh,
be trying
God.
to convert people into Void for some reason or another. another, but we don't know why just yet, nor what the eyes have to do with anything. We've heard many mentions of eyes being important, but as for what they represent, it's still largely unclear. Regardless, we can only keep watching as Navy lands in a pit of Ascend eyes with a now corrupted inventory. He calls out to Void, but gets no answer. He keeps walking into a larger room, and in the distance, there he is.
Ooh.
Ascend,
Ah!
watching, but Navy's too late
Huh.
to act. Ascend approaches fast and,
Oh.
well, he's not the most scary, is he? But after
Yo!
that, Navy's screen
Oh!
turns into the same misshapen form.
Okay,
we
the
saw in
first guy
Anime
scared me
the
more
Ascend
than this
players
guy.
had
Okay.
earlier. This must happen when their eyes are taken. He runs away and the video ends. The description is just another link to an image of Ascend with 7 eyes.
Oh.
In the video and title, he only had 6, and after
That's
you
a bunch of
count,
noodles.
half of Navy's screen is now black. You can
Oh.
piece together the rest. And it's not only
Oh,
Navy
he took
who
ha-
gets a
he took
visit
one of his
from this
eyes.
thing. The next video following Navy's ascension is from the perspective of someone called Maximum01. They give us a tour
Maximum.
of
No,
the
Maximum!
that
Run
none
before
of
it's
the
too
ordinary
late.
Happens, except at the end of the video, they happen
Bu-
to
a
chop up
bunny?
a rabbit, and in the last few seconds,
Wait,
they
those
watch
bunnies
as the sun
are like
cracks
standing
and
so
turns
still.
red. Maximum is immediately taken
Oh.
off guard and opens his
Huh.
inventory to
What
find
happened with the
this
sun?
text and lines littering the screen.
What?
Obviously, he's confused, but just a few seconds later, someone named Hello joins the game. Maximum
hello.
tries to talk to it before suddenly
Run
the
before
voice
they steal
cuts
your
and you can
eyes.
hear a man talking.
Hello?
It cuts
Oh.
back, and it turns out that what we just saw happened to Maximum live, and he freaks out. He runs back to
Dude,
his
I'd
house,
freak out.
and then he sees it.
Ah!
He has a very reasonable reaction to seeing this thing and runs to hide
Yeah,
inside
he had
his
a normal
house. As he
reaction.
looks at the creature, it cuts to just a frame of its eye staring right at
Oh.
him, with a siren noise playing in the background. Hello says hello, and in a panic, Maximum boards up all of his windows.
Dude,
So
Alt
knowing
F4,
Hello,
man,
there's no
Alt
chance in the
F4.
world he's leaving his house. He stays inside, panicking. And the
Alt
video ends.
F4.
The description of this video is in
Oh,
base
God.
64, 32, and 2 respectively. Translating it all, it gives us this. Hello, I am watching you. Come with me. The sun is gonna die soon. The end is near. It seems Hello is yet another entity that works under Ascend, and
I'm here to
Maximum
save
isn't
you.
his only target. I'm skipping 2 videos that I'll return to in a second, but in the video Open Your Eyes, we get a new player, this time with an Alex
Okay.
skin, Raid 1001.
Oh no,
He's
run!
also giving a base tour, and all is normal until the screen
Run!
cuts, and when we're back, all of his
Ah!
windows are replaced with eyes. The sun has died and gone a deep red, and standing behind
Oh,
him too
God.
is Hello, another
Okay,
victim.
lesson
this
learned,
time
never
it's
give a
such
base
that
tour.
maybe This Raid guy is the same Alex we saw in the playground video and in the house video. The link in
Noodle
the
boy.
description is just another image with the text "Do you see me?" and that's the same text as both the title of the first video the Alex skin appears in, the description of the following playground video, and the text we see on the sign. So maybe these are actually out of order. Raid was first captured by Hello, as we see here, and then transported to the house and playground dimension we saw later, but that's just a theory. A game theory.
Okay, I'm glad we all thought that.
If you recognize this arm, I don't even have to tell you who it is. Navy. Earlier, I skipped
Yo,
2
Navy,
videos to
welcome
get to
back.
Raid, and this is the first. He's in a new white room with Ascend eyes by the entrance. He descends down a long staircase of blocks, opening.
Yeah, I
each
was already
one as
typing
he
it
goes.
out.
Halfway down,
I
his
stopped
screen
myself
cuts to
from
the
saying
message,
it, but
"Still
I'm glad
afraid."
Weefy said it
Navy
for us.
continues unfazed. He arrives at the base of the structure to find a world that looks like the playground, with a horribly disfigured sun. But looking around, it looks somewhat familiar. That's Navy's base. These are Navy's trees. This is Navy's world, corrupted
Oh.
and turned into whatever we're looking at.
No!
Literally strange towers he never built. He reaches a pit of eyes, and for the first time in the series, a character doesn't jump down an ominous pit. He returns to the tower and climbs up a little before he sees this.
The eye that watches. Do you see me? Say hello. I am watching you. Sunlight, nowhere to run. Ran inside. He is here. Say hello. The end is coming. Look at me. Farm, run, burns. I am here. Windows. Welcome. The end is near. Ah! Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And that's it. The thing stares Navy down before we cut to the next video and Navy is running through a dark corridor. He reaches a junction and keeps running before the footage cuts to
Yeah,
a picture of a
yeah.
city. He keeps going and only a
Sure,
few seconds
retweet.
later, we see the same thing. A city with the text,
It's your fault.
But Navy just keeps running. And then this. Why? Then Navy stops and encounters another player, Void and Base. I know you. The screen cuts to black again. It's all your fault, Navy. He is dead because of you. My brother.
Who?
You and that stupid war. If he can't have the sun, you can't either.
What?
I've been watching you for years. I know what you did.
What?
I know everything. You work for them.
Who?
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh. Lore drop? I still don't understand.
Addressing the elephant in the room, the images you saw, if you
Okay.
haven't figured out yet,
Hi,
were all
Shelby!
taken of Ukraine. The final image is the most obvious, and I was able to find it here, but the other images are also
Okay.
likely those of Ukrainian cities, with their signature
Oh.
blocky architecture. This is by far the most important video of the bunch, and we're finally getting a sense of what this series is all about. But before we talk about it, there's one detail about this all that I left out. If you look into the description, the binary turned Mediafire link isn't to an image, it's to a world, ascend.rar. And I
Monthly
recommend
$10.
do not download sketchy files off the internet.
Exactly.
Unless you're me. Because unzipping
Exactly.
the file, you get a Minecraft world.
Wi-Fi
It
does it
seems
for us, so
totally
you don't have
uninteresting
to.
at first, but going all the way back to the center video and looking in the description, we see a set of coordinates. Teleporting to these coordinates takes us to a hidden room with a chest and a written book. Ascend by Base. The binary translates to, I miss you. I hope you are good. Goodbye, brother. It's impossible to deny that this series
Brother.
has something to do with the Russian-Ukrainian war. The Ascend message
Oh.
placed over the Ukrainian soldier waving his flag, Base mentioning the war that apparently Navy is a part of.
Sacrificing
Now,
his
all the
PC for
why and
content.
it's your fault messages
Hey,
in the
I'm
previous
saying all
videos
these
make
YouTubers
sense.
always
We know
sacrifice
Navy
their
is
their
somehow
well-being for
involved in
content
this
these days.
conflict and evidently on the opposite side of Base. The direct metaphor here is still uncertain though. What exactly is the message and how do Ascend's goals line up with Base, Navy, and all the other characters we've seen? It could be that the killing of animals and pigs is a parallel for the casualties in war, and Ascend is just some sort of being that punishes those who takes part in conflict. But that seems like a stretch given only what we've seen. But regardless, the series is about to come to a climax, and we're about to meet arguably our most important character yet. The skin has a Steve arm, but at this point we know it's a
Okay.
common trait. They walk through a dark forest towards their home, the sun absolutely bloodshot. They look around. They know something is coming for them. The player digs into their attic and reads
Oh.
4 signs. Hello, I am here. Bum. Do you see me? He heads back down and opens a chest, and we can see his inventory is corrupted, just like Maximum's was.
Ooh.
He grabs a strange item though. Its name is in Russian, and it translates to end. The player steps outside and begins swinging the item. He knows something is coming, and he isn't afraid. The screen freezes, and the text "execute, run, execute" displays on the hotbar with a giant eye
Okay.
looking down at us. It stays like this.
10 stream streak. Wait, that's insane. Have I streamed that many times recently?
A man talks in what is likely Russian. We see the message "Open your eyes," and Kyiv, the capital city of Ukraine, comes on screen with the text "Do you see me?" and the video ends. We're getting 2 messages at once here. At first, on the surface level, our protagonist is clearly somewhat competent in fighting back against the monsters capturing
Protagonist is
people,
clearly
unafraid of
competent. That's
taking them
crazy.
on with his strange gadget. On a higher level, the series seems to be telling us to pay attention to Ukraine, not to be oblivious to the conflict they're fighting. It may be that Ascend, the collector of eyes is representative of some force taking eyes off the war, silencing those who are aware. But then why do so many people want him to save them? All we know for certain is that this Steve here is the only one we've seen who can truly fight back, and he's not done yet. The next video continues with the same player now inside a large white room in the void. He takes a look
Have
around,
I been on the
peering
stream
over
grind?
the edge at the various towers and bridges, looking for something, until someone called I'm Good says hello in chat. Our protagonist says
How can you
hello
see
back,
that?
and we can
Oh,
see
okay.
his name is Russ00100. Where are you?
I'm good. I think I'm getting used to seeing these eyeballs.
What?
Oh,
Where is Navy 208?
Navy's in this too.
What? Who are you? Tell me, please. Russ panics, threatening to jump off the map, asking I'm Good to take him out of this place. I'm Good stays silent, and
jumping.
Russ jumps off, but he
No!
doesn't escape, and he comes back with a corrupted inventory and broken skin. He runs back to the entity, begging. I'm Good
Starface.
gives no closure, and Russ keeps jumping off, again to no avail, until finally he jumps one more time and finds himself in an even darker world, approaching 3 more I'm Goods, as well as hello. The screen cuts to
3
black
more
with the
I'm
words
Goods.
Dead trees written all in caps. From
No.
what we've seen, Russ is the best hope of anyone figuring out how to stop Ascend and the rest of these beings. He's the first we've seen to survive a corruption, or at the very least get a reasonable response from an entity, but it's not enough, and apparently we now learn that Navy 208 never existed, that he was just a dream Russ created, though that may not
What?
necessarily be the case. In the description, we can find a code of ASCII, and translating it to text gives us another
What?
Mediafire link to an image with a simple message. Don't trust him, that's a lie.
What's a lie?
Don't
Which one's a lie?
trust Who? What's the lie here? Who's lying? Is it
Oh, I'm
I'm
glad
Good?
we're all
Is
asking the
Navy
same
really
questions.
alive? Russ walks through a corridor, reaching a sign labeled Navy 208. Another door with a sign referencing Maximum 01 and someone named Stambrop, and a final sign
Oh my
down
God,
the hall
raid.
for Raid 11012. He opens tab and everyone is there.
Oh.
Silent. Russ opens
Okay.
Navy's door to find him well and alive. The entity was lying. Russ begins to talk to him. Navy, I thought you were dead. Navy doesn't respond, and instead throws him a book. I can't talk. I found the way to escape. That thing lied. I'm real. I'm alive. Trust me, that thing is not
Okay,
real.
that's something
Behemoth
that
is the creator.
a liar
Created
would say.
Ascend is
Trust
just one
me?
of them, like you. Ascend recruits more people into this cursed place for the Behemoth. In some time, the Behemoth comes
Okay.
here to eat us. But don't worry,
Whoa.
I know how to escape in case the Behemoth is
Yeet.
coming. Russ doesn't understand, and they decide to just wait. In the meantime, he opens the other doors of the corridor, confirming everyone is really there.
Okay. Is no one just reacting? They just like let the door be open? Ah! Oh my god. Okay.
Navy throws Russ another book. If you are reading this, the Behemoth is coming. Use this thing I gave you. You know how to use it. We need to kill him now, or everyone will turn into more creatures, and this will never end. I just want to say
Okay,
goodbye
so
to
all
you
the
in case you
creatures
don't make it. I just
are
wanted to play a
other
normal
people.
game, but this ended bad.
The,
By
the
way,
smaller
say
screen is
sex
helping
to
me
you.
not flinch. Okay, I'm glad you guys have the smaller screen. I have the giant screen on my end.
You. Goodbye. Navy 208 to Russ 00100.
Okay.
When the footage cuts back, Russ is holding a tulip and returns to the room to find Navy waiting for him. They head together back down into a normal world.
Oh. I'm not letting this happen. Who said that? What? This base. Okay. Just put the fries in the
Every
bag,
player
bro.
who was trapped in that final room we saw was captured by Ascend. It's likely that
Okay.
Stamberop is Steven, the
Okay,
player
we
saw
finally
with the
got
bad
Base's
Minecraft
POV.
footage. And if Navy is to be believed, even Ascend himself is just another player captured and morphed into an entity by the behemoth to collect eyes for one reason or another. From my understanding, maybe Base, the original, had some sort of deal with the behemoth and was working on his side, hence how he has control over the fallen stars and other entities. And as he
Okay.
said, this isn't over yet. There are just 5 more videos left.
And he
before
skipped
we
two.
get
Did
to
he go back to
bottom
the
of
2
this.
videos he
The
skipped?
first
I don't
consisting
remember.
of an unknown player with a Steve skin innocently building a house where nothing at all of note happens. Though interestingly, it's the same house we saw all the way back in the image at the beginning titled Ascend.
I think I know what you're
Could be
drawing.
that this is some sort of genesis, an inciting incident from the past, and maybe this is even gameplay of Ascend himself before he got turned into whatever we see in the
Yeah,
future
it's like
videos.
we just
But there's
watched
not
this
that much to
movie.
go off of, and luckily the next video has returned to Navy as he comes back to his world. Everything is totally normal and he repairs his house, thanking us for all that's happened. Though for some reason he gets advancements again, ones that he should already have unlocked, and there's no reason to be getting twice. But that doesn't matter, it seems as though he's finally won, right? But the binary in the description leads to a third unlisted video which begs to differ. A dark entity bigger than any we've seen yet standing before us. This isn't over yet. Navy begins to
Oh.
notice things that are wrong. His skin has gone black and he tells us there's something he found in his
Oh.
world that shouldn't be there. The footage bugs
Okay.
horribly while he runs, as if something is taking a toll on his world. And then we see it. A house that shouldn't exist because Navy didn't
Oh.
build it, but Steven or Stamberop or whoever this is did. This house is a block for block replica we see in the encounter with the
Oh,
entity video.
why
down
is-
to the
oh,
torch
oh,
by
please
the
don't tell me
ground,
another
but
jump scare is
what it's doing
happening.
in Navy's world now is a complete mystery. But Navy's not done. He takes us over to something else he found. A tunnel. This time I have no
Oh.
idea what this is referencing. It seems like a
Why do
random
noodle boys have to
tunnel, but
keep
who
coming
knows,
back?
maybe I'm missing
Because they're
something. Navy goes
hungry.
to leave the area, but as he does,
because
we
they're
see
hungry.
another black player watching Navy inside his world, but
Uh-huh.
he doesn't notice. After all this, there's still something watching him. Navy takes us home, unaware the player is following him. He chops cacti, then plants it, and without warning runs back to the area with the house and the tunnel. The black figure is gone, but Navy discovers a pit he's never seen before. But he doesn't jump down, and instead just heads home again, looking behind him as if he feels someone is watching, but no one's there. And just like that, the video ends. Finally, we've reached the climax. Navy leaves his house to
Okay.
see eye blocks sprawling everywhere. 2 giant entities stand behind his base with the dark player flying in front of them. Base, what is this? This is the end, Navy.
Oh, that's base?
What do you mean? I was never your friend, Navy. I hate you since you did what you did that day. I'm sorry. Stop this now. Please.
Ah, ooh.
Please.
These things are gonna destroy your world the same as you did to my server with my brother. Bay. Oh, okay. That's the past. Please stop this. But I hate you. There's no going back. Don't worry. I'm not going to do that anymore. Do what? Fire typo. Just stop this before it gets too dangerous. Really? Yes. Come on. Neo, tell them to leave. Oh, that's all it takes? Okay. Neo? Who's Neo? What did he do? I don't know. Okay, one guy left. One of them escaped. That's not good. Ruh-roh. Let's go. Who are we less going? The Matrix? Do you wanna play? This is crazy. Yes? Ah! Okay.
Am I the only one wondering who Neo is? The final video on
That's what
Navy
I'm
is
saying.
called Outside. It's of a
Why are
player
they
with a
playing?
black skin running through a looped series of tunnels covered in eyes. At the end, we can barely make out the legs of something massive, but as quickly as it started,
Okay.
it ends.
It immediately turns away. That's so real.
Because as I finished writing the script, Navy uploaded one final video onto his channel. I was gonna end this video with a series of questions. What Navy's relationship with Base was, what all this had to do with Ukraine, what the behemoth was, but no, this video answers all of that. We open up to a player digging out a mine and then running up the stairs to find a sign. Don't kill animals, please. I like them, okay? The player responds. And we can see a strangely familiar name on a pig across the hall. The player exits the mine and is shocked to find that their entire base is now completely decimated. A tower of lava stands in the distance and a Russian flag blows in the wind atop the base. The player runs over to more signs. They don't know how to respond at first, but place
Wait,
down
what does
two
it
of
say?
their
I
own.
didn't see.
Hello, Navy 208.
Oh, hello.
No worries, we can be friends, Navy 208.
Okay.
Clearly, they don't really mean it though, as they then trash the signs with blocks, trashing the flag as well. But in their rage, they spot one more message in the rubble, a promise of revenge from yet another familiar name.
Behemoth!
Of course, Base says yes, and the rest is history. This was the Genesis, Navy 208, Base XD, Ascend
Server raided by
2015.
Navy.
These were all Russian hackers, Russian players who raided Base's server and griefed his home, a home that he shared with his brother, so naturally, of course, he would fight back. There's still the question of how exactly it all got to be this way, what the eyes really meant, and how Ascend 2015 turned from a normal player into that. But even now, the puzzle pieces to solving the mysteries of this story are all laid out in front of us. The question is, can you put them together?
Okay. Interesting. Maybe I watched a different video that had the same stuff. That was interesting. That was a little scary to me. Okay, let's read the comments. Oh my god, Navy replied. Haven't seen the video yet, but I know it is gonna be a banger. Navy 208 looks like a chill guy, to be honest. Okay. This is Navy. It looks nothing like Navy. This isn't Navy because there's one extra slightly darker blue pixel on his right arm. That's crazy. He had a very reasonable reaction. Hell no, I would have deleted the server the second I saw the sun. Dude, this person said what we said. Would you like to ascend? Proceeds to jump down a hole. That's descending. No, that's what we said. Dear Lord would have solved this in no time. I'm crying. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, I want to draw some whatchamacallit fan art. The searching for a world that doesn't exist. Didn't Ish watch that on stream the other day? Okay, let's see. I heard fire fan art of I wonder who. Spider-Man, of course. Okay, I wanted to watch this one. Okay, how much time do I have? Okay, maybe I'll watch this one and then I start to wrap up. Okay, once again, guys, I'm going to... This morning is a shorter stream, but I will be streaming later tonight because I'm gonna watch the new Amazing Digital Circus episode. Yeah, but I won't be able to watch the premiere. I'll be busy during the premiere, so I'll be streaming later. So like around, because the premiere is happening at 6 p.m. EST, I think. And so I will be busy, but I think I'll either go live at around 6. No, I'll go live at around 8 or 9 p.m. EST. To watch the episode. I don't know how long that stream's gonna be. I might just watch the episode, yap a little bit, and then skedaddle. But because there is a new episode today, and it's I think it's my first digital circus. It is my first digital circus, like quote unquote in K-pop terms comeback. I am doing a special sale on my shop. All Amazing Digital Circus merch is discounted. It's on sale, it's on sale. What am I looking for? Oh wow, Fossilbot. Wait, Fossilbot, nice timing. So all Amazing Digital Circus merch is on sale, plus plus the holiday discounts is also available. So it's sale on discount. So that's cool, I guess. I'll probably make an announcement for that later. But yeah. Also, can I just say that I hate how much shipping costs? I was like putting all the shipping together yesterday for like so I can send out the orders, and it was, my golly, quite a bit.
First of many
Okay, here we go.
videos uploaded to a channel called Nights. The channel is sparse.
We watched this one already.
2 months ago, a world was uploaded to the Minecraft forum titled Anomaly.011,
Okay.
and this led to
This is 37 minutes,
Liam
okay.
uploading 10
It's
videos
really bad
privately
when
to
you're on
his
the other
YouTube
side of the
channel
world.
and
Yeah.
exploring this very world and seeing just how intrusive and
Anything that
disturbing
leaves the
this
country is just so
world could get.
much.
Liam loads into this sketchy download and is met with a book already in his inventory. It says, quote,
Liam! Okay.
interesting, but truly other than this singular book, there is nothing else out of the ordinary.
Oh god,
world.
this is...
And
Oh,
I know what you're thinking. If these YouTube videos
why
are
is the
private,
motion
how
so
did you
crazy?
get access to them? Well, I mean,
I
YouTube
saw
is already
comments
big
about a
with
Liam
selling
on
Minecraft found footage videos
Minecraft
posted
ARG
publicly to
TikToks.
channels. Some, however, are unlisted, meaning you need the specific
Oh,
URL
Copper
to
Golem.
find them, but
How long
completely
ago was this one?
privated YouTube videos
2
require
months
them
ago,
to be
okay.
shared with your specific
Time to dip.
YouTube.
What do you
I've
see you?
received a
See you
Discord
around.
message
G
that
by
didn't
Curie.
offer
Thanks for
me a
hanging.
YouTube channel or link,
Have a good
but
night.
rather the login to a specific YouTube account that had
Bro's
received
tripping.
10 privated YouTube videos. I truly, in all my years, have never seen anything quite like this. User ShutterSteve12 wrote me and said,
I met this guy named Liam on a Minecraft forum where someone had posted a spooky world download titled Anomaly 11, and Liam had replied to me
Okay.
and said, somebody
See you around. I'm glad I came across your stream. No worries. course. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day.
A bunch of horror shader packs or something, and he agreed to. He started sharing recordings of himself playing it on YouTube, and I watched the first couple, but not gonna lie, I stopped watching. But after a while,
That's
I realized
real.
Reddit responded to me in weeks, so I went and watched the rest of them, and it got really messed up.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. All right, so going back to this video, we can see that Liam is looking around, steals from a blacksmith, and then, whoa.
Ah.
Guys, they were right. This world is terrifying. Anyway, Liam just settles on building a little house for the night.
I don't like the
mean,
movement. It's
come on, guys.
making
The
me.
Olympics nearby. This thing is great. Now, when nighttime finally does arrive, it is eerily quiet. No mobs are spawning, despite the server appearing to be set to hard mode. And as Liam wanders around, he eventually comes across this weird thing. And when he gets to it, we can see that it's like a glitched out oak door. Liam
glitched
checks
door.
his book, which has now been updated. It reads,
Anomaly.001 is a largely harmless anomaly. You will know it has entered your world if you find a half-generated oak door. Keep the door in its original position and do not touch the door.
Now,
Okay.
Liam has dug all around this door, and there really seems to be nothing else to do with it. I mean, except for the one thing that he's not allowed to do. What are you doing, Liam?
Oh,
Liam, don't do it.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Liam?
No. No, why would you do that? No.
I'm not entirely sure what Liam was expecting there, but he's definitely not off to a great start. He logs back on to find that the door has now completely disappeared, which
It's
is
been a while.
beyond unsettling,
Yeah.
but Liam just heads on back
I
to his
saw
base
I
and
saw a
realizes,
TikTok
"Oh,
of this last
okay, we
night.
need to address
Of
this
that
book
clip in
suddenly
particular
has
of the
text it
door.
didn't have in it before on a completely single player world is not normal. It can be done in theory via either command blocks or maybe a mod pack, but honestly, we don't entirely know what all Liam downloaded with this world. But my bigger
Yeah.
worry here
Remember
is
what
that
Wi-Fi
error
said. Don't
message that he
download stuff
received
off
from
the
Game
internet
Crash, it
unless
said,
your
quote,
Wi-Fi's.
turn off your streaming/recording software as it may be impacting loading speeds. This is not a thing. Minecraft should have no idea what other applications you are running. So
Yeah.
while the Minecraft world itself seems to be very simple and like normal, I think there is a lot more going on outside of that. Now, this next video seems to be a small jump in time. Liam has set up some chickens and cows for some reason, and he explains to us that it, quote, doesn't let him eat anymore, which
Oh.
is very clear by his hunger bar. But
Oh.
he has a theory that he can maybe bypass this by eating cakes instead, since you just have to right-click them instead of holding them to eat. It works, and I cannot lie, this is such a big brain move, and I have so much more respect for Liam now. Liam
Wow.
also decides to make a map and label his
People
space
say
with a
that
banner
Liam
for
is
better
on
find it
par
later
with
on, but
Durlord.
it's as he's expanding his map and loading it all, he discovers another banner marker that he did not add. Once again,
Oh.
should not be possible, as named banners only show
Acadia.
up when you right-click a map with them. But this one's already here, and it's named Acadia, and I'm not sure what that means,
Okay.
but naturally, Liam decides to start heading there. And when he arrives there, he doesn't see a banner, leading him to dig downwards to try and find it, when he remembers to check his book, which has once again been updated. And it says, quote,
Anomaly.002 likes to watch, but does not enjoy being watched while watching. If you choose to dig
Okay.
down, ignore any sounds you may hear above you.
lo and behold, a moment later, we can hear this.
Oh. I don't think I like that. Oh. Okay, I don't like how the screen is moving.
Eventually, though, Liam finds a
Eating the
chest
cake like
which has
that?
a
Yeah,
green
that was a little
axe inside
silly.
of it. We get no comment on this from Liam, but he eventually builds his way back out of
He's
the hole
following
and
the
marks
rules, and
this
that's all we
place on
want,
his map
really.
and heads home. Now, let's talk about some of those sounds we were hearing before. Many of them just seem like pitched down Enderman noises among other mobs, but there's one sound that I want to point out that feels distinct to me. It's this. Now, I'm not entirely sure what Minecraft mob that might be. It's hard to hear over all the
It's making
other
me motion
sounds,
sick.
but
No,
if
me
anyone
too.
knows or can tell, feel free to leave a comment. I feel like there's something here. Now, in this third video, Liam has barely been in the world 2 seconds before he realizes the book has already been updated. It says,
Anomaly.003 is able to travel at incredible speeds, but only when the player is in a bed. If you see it coming, immediately leave the bed and find a safer place to rest.
so
Dirt
while it
Lord
wasn't
is
quite
more
nighttime yet,
smart.
Liam has decided to add some more windows to his little house, presumably
Uh.
to be able to get a better look at whatever this thing is when it starts coming. Now, I'm
Okay.
not saying I want this thing to get Liam. However, I do want to point out that we still have no idea what would happen if one of these anomalies were to get Liam. I mean, it's been very clear he has very little regard for listening to what the book says, so I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. And eventually it becomes nighttime and we see Liam get into bed and okay, some weird noises, but so far we haven't really seen anything. So Liam gets back in bed.
Okay.
All right,
Oh.
Liam has some fire reflexes because if you saw out the window there, something ran by. So Liam
Yeah.
naturally goes outside to try and
Yeah,
find
the
it,
screen
goes
is-
to that area and does seem to find some sort of invisible entity thing. It actually damages Liam
Ow.
before he gives it a couple punches and then decides to go and move his bed somewhere safer, kind of blocks his way into a cavern area, and then this happens.
Oh.
However, despite that weirdness, we do discover that it is now morning. But
Oh, okay.
once again, we have some very interesting audio tied
Okay.
to these anomalies. And this time, I want to focus on the sounds that we hear, especially right as it becomes morning. We can distinctly hear the sound of stone breaking, even though we see dirt breaking. And then for this other sound, it sounds close to like the punching noise from the game. And I thought about this for a while and I came up with a theory that felt like a stretch, but essentially in the older versions of Minecraft, every block had its own numbered IDs. So stone was 1, grass blocks were 2, dirt was 3, and so on.
Okay.
But what not many people know is there was technically a block assigned to 0. It was air. And if you
Air.
assume that those sounds of like the punching is maybe meant to represent air, it gives us a bunch of 1s and 0s or binary. And the arrangement of this binary is also super telling. It's 4 sets of 8 digits separated by short portions of empty space. Now, this is distinctive of one thing. This is how IP addresses are made. So
Oh.
I think this thing literally leaked Liam's IP address via block sounds. And
Oh.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
show what it translates to for obvious reasons, but Liam
They weren't
needs
the
to
actual numbers,
seriously
okay.
Focus up if this is where we're at, and it's only
That was a
of
crazy stretch.
11. In this 4th video, Liam is truly just minding his own business when he realizes the book has
And an anomaly just casually doxing you.
Anomaly.004's speed changes depending on the player's visibility. The lower the player's brightness, the slower it moves. However, it will become louder and sound closer by, and vice versa. It lives in the infinite mineshaft.
Liam then
Infinite
says that he had
mineshaft.
found a pretty big mineshaft down his cave system and leads us down the most narrow backrooms looking entrance I've ever seen into a mineshaft that does seem to be a bit weirdly generated. Now, these descriptions are painfully vague and we don't really know if this thing is going to be chasing Liam. We don't know what Liam's supposed to do down here. We just know that somewhere down here is this anomaly, and per usual, Liam decides to crank his brightness all the way up to max and start walking around getting ores. And after a bit, we do end up hearing this.
Yeah.
So naturally, Liam goes to set his brightness to the lowest it'll go, which really makes it hard to see.
Oh.
And that paired with some insane sounds that can now be heard, it is terrifying to watch. It honestly sounds
Okay.
like Chucky's sleep paralysis demon. And this demonic whispering leads Liam to say that he's just going to take off his headphones so he doesn't have to deal with it and can instead focus on finding his way back out of here. But once he does take off the headphones, sounds seem to change a little bit.
Oh, I heard Liam.
At this point, you can build a house with all the bricks. I'd be shit. Eventually, Liam makes
Okay.
it to the cave and puts his headphones back on, and he's back to his usual dumb self saying, quote, well, that was not scary at all without sound. And he'd certainly be right, because without the sound, Liam has no idea that this world just said his literal name. I understand
Doxes
that this is not
him, says his
revolutionary for
name.
everyone
Oh,
now. There are
God.
countless out there that will simply use your gamer tag or other easily accessible things to spook you. But the difference is, those games all have disclaimers saying they're going to do just that. And this world, just as a baseline, has been violating so many personal things without any indication it would be doing that. I went back
That's
to that
what I'm
user on
saying.
Discord and asked for any further information this guy had on where the world came from, or even any info that he had on Liam. And as far as the world goes, all he had was a screenshot of the original blog post, which you guys have seen already at this point. But with Liam, this guy was able to give me his Discord, as well as a bunch of screenshots from their conversations around the time Liam was playing on the world. This user also mentioned that I might be able to find some info online about Liam, considering that Liam's dad was apparently in some sort of freak accident and died.
What is that
when Liam
supposed
was
to mean?
younger, and maybe there was something in
Oh.
the news about that. But diving into these conversations, we can see that Liam appeared incredibly down and even excited to play on the world. He picked out the shader pack, and obviously I don't think he expected this world to turn out the way it did, but it definitely shows that he was doing all of this willingly. We can also see messages that seem to be right after he had just finished playing in the Infinite Mineshaft, and they go as follows.
Not gonna lie, whoever did make this world knows a thing or two about coding/mods. They had it tied to my brightness levels.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they ripped the code from one of those fancier horror maps, because aside from the sound,
Comedy
there's no
relief in the
actual
videos,
thing,
yeah.
just
Well,
weird
it's
sounds
fun.
and some particle stuff.
Yeah, that's the vibe I get. Someone copied a bunch of other mods and tried to repost it as their own creepy map thing.
It's pretty fun though, gonna keep messing around with it.
And that's exactly what he did.
Anomaly.005 requires you to go to the world border. There is a creature outside the walls that needs to be put to rest. Build it a grave with a peony and log off. Do not check inside the grave upon return.
This is interesting. This is the first anomaly that more
Okay.
so just has a task for the player to complete rather than being attacked by something. Now, Liam starts to head to the world border, which, to be clear, is not nearly as far away as it should be on a typical world.
Okay.
And on the way, he finds himself a peony that he needs for this. And when we do finally arrive at the world border, Liam kind of looks through the wall for anything out of the ordinary. And we do see this sort of odd black silhouette behind one of the blocks, but it's
Oh,
hard
it's
to tell if
shy.
it's actually something or just like a visual glitch. But Liam constructs this
Oh,
grave,
it's
digging
shy.
a small hole beneath it and putting a sign down that says, "Rest in peace, Anomaly.005. So he backs away and logs off the world as he's supposed to. And when he logs back on, the flower is gone. So maybe he did it right. Now, Liam goes to leave, but we all know that Liam is way too nosy to get away with this. So he is smart and switches the world to land so he can go into spectator mode and get into that grave without breaking any blocks. And we
Okay.
see this.
Okay, I'm leaned away. Oh. You broke the rules, Liam! Liam! It knows! Oh. Eric?
Liam loads back in, is in survival as if he never switched in the first place, and even checks to see if that silhouette is still there, and it's not.
Who's
I have
Eric?
No idea what this means, and Liam just heads home, and all he has
Who's
to say
Eric?
is, quote, "It was a very interesting flower choice." That was the takeaway? Now, if you missed it, Liam looked inside the grave, and there seemed to be a very distorted
Oh.
Minecraft player with a specific skin. And as Liam showed
It's
us,
Eric.
that same skin was one loaded into his Minecraft launcher, and it was
Uh-oh.
named Eric, which
Uh-oh.
no idea who that is, but it seems to be another person or skin on this account. But at this point, I'm just glad that Liam is finally starting to see that this world has access to more stuff than it should. In no world can any Minecraft mod access the skins you have saved into the Minecraft launcher unless you're actively loading them.
It's
And
me,
also,
sorry,
if
I'm
you're
Eric. I've been
casually
lying to
switching
you this
effective
whole
mode,
time.
I
Lightning!
at least feel better knowing that going forward,
Lightning, how
as
could
the
you?
world gets weirder and more messed up, Liam has no issue just switching the game into creative like an actual rational person. Now, with this next video, Liam discovers two things. The first is that he is no longer able to sleep in a bed even when it's nighttime. It's similar to the food where he right clicks and nothing happens. And the second is that in the crafting menu, he notices that the compass on the left seems to be not quite right. It looks slightly darker in color. So he crafts a compass and channels his inner ballerina to find out which direction that it's pointing in.
His
He also
inner
checks his book
ballerina?
and finds that
Okay.
It says, quote,
Anomaly.006 resides at the location of the compass. Once you arrive, you must watch for any blocks that are moved out of place. If they are, push it back. But if any part of the block seems off, do not touch it.
So Liam obviously
Okay.
follows it all the way to what seems to be
What does
a
that
small
mean?
campfire. But other than that, there's not
Sitting
much
around the
here.
campfire.
And then that's when we see some things start to happen. First, just a log that gets moved off of a tree and onto the ground next to it. which
Okay, put it
Liam
back.
walks over and puts back. We then see the same happen
Ooh,
with a piece of dirt.
dirt.
And then another log. However, this one does seem to look
Oh.
weirdly glitched. This goes
Don't
on for
touch
a
it!
bit until suddenly
Am I getting jump scared?
that noise is weird more than scary, but Liam actually writes
Okay.
as he leaves, quote, "This is messed up." And
Oh.
that's the end of the video. Now I could go through and analyze
That made
this
me
for you
crack up
guys,
more than
but
should have when I first
there's
watched
not
this.
a
Wait,
ton
what
to
part?
analyze, so next video. Liam tells us that there, quote, hasn't been an update in so long, which is weird. This book has been chucking anomalies at us left and right. So out of sheer boredom, Liam goes back down to the quote-unquote infinite mineshaft. Mineshafts were always like the scariest part of Minecraft growing up, so I personally cannot relate to checking them out for fun, but you do you. Right when Liam gets there, he finds a sign that just has an arrow pointing in a direction. He checks his book to see if
Oh, inner
anything's been
ballerina.
added, but nothing is there yet. So he follows the arrow and finds more that lead him to a door.
Door?
This mineshaft is
Oh.
weirdly open, definitely not naturally generated.
I
and if you were
understand
still
how
doubting
why
that
they
it
call
wasn't,
it
you
the
can see these
infinite
weird
mineshaft.
blocks that are glitched or partially
Too many
missing. Liam
lines.
finally opens his book and reads, quote,
Anomaly.007 will do whatever it can to keep you in the room. Leave the room.
all right, he just has to escape. Should be easy.
Okay.
Except for the fact that that door is now gone. And if
Oh.
you dig in the walls, we can see they're encased in bedrock. Liam looks around the room
Oh.
for a bit for any info or gaps in the bedrock, but it doesn't seem to be much better on the ceiling. So Liam says, screw this, and switches to spectator again. But it doesn't work. Every time he tries, he just
Ooh.
remains in survival mode. Liam then writes in chat, yeah, all right, that's fair. He then pulls a Library of Alexandria and
Okay.
burns the whole place to the ground. And afterwards, he looks
Oh,
around this
wait, don't
room
say
and
that.
finds a grave.
Don't say
similar to
that.
the one
That's
he
gonna
made
get
prior, but
Shelby.
This one is labeled Eric, the same name as the
Eric.
skin in the launcher was named. This seems to impact Liam quite a bit, obviously, and without saying anything, he just leaves the game. But before he's
Oh,
about to close the
okay.
game, he loads back in and digs down into the grave.
Oh,
And
this
then-
guy. Oh. You're messed up
There's
for
lot
digging in
to
a grave, man.
The use of this name once again confirms for me that this is another person who is important to Liam. Either someone he lost, like his dad, or someone still alive who is clearly being threatened by this mod. Either way, I certainly support Liam's decision to leave the game and never touch all of this again. But if we've learned anything about Liam, he doesn't exactly know when to leave things alone, so
Exactly.
naturally he logs on again to continue figuring out how this world does what it does. When we come back to the videos, we are back at home base, and Liam says that he's been waiting for a new anomaly for ages and has been updating his map in the meantime. But very conveniently, he goes outside and immediately finds a massive hole in the terrain.
Oh, not
Upon
another
peering
chunk.
down, it seems to not actually go too deep. So he makes his way down using a water bucket, and of course, it's time to take a look at our lovely book.
No.
Anomaly.008 requires you to recreate your surroundings in real life. It will know if anything
In real life.
do not receive
Which is why Durlord is better.
knocks.
Yup. Is it finally setting in, Liam? Yeah, exactly. So Liam switches to creative mode for this, which surprisingly does work, and he starts constructing the room. Presumably, mainly to see if this thing is bluffing its knowledge. And we can't see the room he's in, but he does seem to be pretty intentional with what he's placing, and he finishes up and then waits.
The desk doesn't go there, and you know that. Oh my god.
Liam
Wait,
moves his desk to a different wall, and
What does it say? I can't see it.
Liam changes his bed just before telling us that he plans to report this world and that he has had his webcam covered this entire time. And then the video ends. This seemed to be where the videos ended. Liam finally realizes that this world is a messed up invasion of privacy and
Oh my
reports the
god.
blog post, presumably right off the internet.
That's
considering we can't
scary.
find it anymore.
The desk
It
doesn't
just
go there, and you know
didn't
that.
feel
I
like
saw
there
that
was
on
anything
like
here that would prompt Liam to
Minecraft
go
ARG
missive. He
TikToks.
literally did the smart thing and stopped playing. But when I brought this up with Steve over here, he insisted that something was definitely wrong and asked if there was anything that I noticed in those first 8 videos.
First.
To which I responded, the first 8 implies that there are more than 8. And he said, there is. Turns out at this point, Liam came to Steve with all of his experiences, and Steve figured he was overreacting. After all, there are some crazy horror maps and games out there that have done similar things. And then Steve apparently bet Liam $20 that he couldn't get to the last anomaly. I mean, the things I'd do for 20 bucks, am I right? Anyway, given what
$20
Steve here felt a bit too
for an
guilty,
invasion of
which is
privacy?
sketchy beyond belief, but he finally agreed to share one more video, claiming it's the only other one that he has had access to. However, if we do some quick math here, we have only seen the first 8 anomalies at this point, and the video this guy just gave me is anomaly 10, meaning we are still missing anomalies 9 and 11. So it was still down to me to find those 2 eventually, but for now, let's watch this video. When Liam logs back
All
on,
for
he is
20
just
bucks.
outside
I would
his
need
house
at least
as a very
4,000.
different inventory than before. He eventually checks his book, and while there's nothing for the
I would
anomaly
need
yet,
you to pay off my
at least
student
we
loans,
can
and then
find
I'll do it, man.
It says, quote,
Anomaly.009 lives alone in the trees. He would like to speak with you.
which is
The
too
Lorax.
vague to really know what that means. But Liam starts walking around outside, just placing torches, I think just to hurry up and trigger whatever this 10th anomaly is. He's basically just trying to speed run through this whole thing. And eventually, as he walks around, we can hear this.
Oh. What do I know?
And now we've just hit a wall, essentially. There's no more videos that we can view to help us finish solving this. So naturally, I went back through the previous videos to see if there was anything I had missed. And one small thing stood out to me. When Liam is about to load into the game, before the 8th anomaly, the splash text reads /give at a hugs 1.
Hugs.
Now, this is a real splash text from the game, but I always remembered it as 64.
Liam
that's
dealing
the
with all
joke
that for the
full
love of the
set
game and
of
20
hugs
bucks couldn't be me, to be
now,
honest.
It is.
Yeah.
This splash text was
Dude,
different
20
for
bucks
some
can't
reason,
even do you
and
very much in
as I
this
went back
economy.
Further, I realized that it's not just this one. Several of the splash texts were wrong. 4 of a kind should have been 1 of a kind.
Oh,
And it's not 6% sugar, it's 1% sugar. And then
okay.
the biggest kicker was 8.2 herbs and spices instead of 12 herbs and spices. How do you have 8.2 of a herb and or a spice? Anyway, if you take all of
By
the swap
doing your
numbers
best.
and put them in the order they appear, you get this. What it means, I have no idea, but some of the splash text
Okay.
were correct or like accurate to the actual game. So if you add a little gap for all of those, you get this, which 2 numbers with
Okay.
decimal points, we're working with coordinates. But if you just plug these in, you get the middle of nowhere in Kazakhstan. But there are
Okay.
3 other versions of this coordinate in the world, if you consider the negatives. And
Okay.
one of those was in a very convenient spot. Acadia National Park in Maine. I don't know what it means. I don't know who
Maine.
put the numbers there, but it is far from a coincidence. I went back
Sure.
to Steve to see if he had literally anything else to give me, and he insisted that he did not. He did, however, say he had a copy of the world download he could give me, which, like, do I look stupid to you? After everything I just saw happen, there's no way in hell that I am downloading this thing. So I politely declined, to which he said, quote, I mean, you already use a VPN. It should be pretty safe. I never told this guy that I use a VPN. I mean, of course,
This is the line in
for example,
TikTok
logging
ARGs
into a
too.
random person's Google account, I'm gonna make sure that they can't track my logon location or get any personal info off me. But the fact that he knew this meant he tried to find my location when I logged on to this Google account. When I look back at all those conversations, he had brought up Liam's dad dying to Liam before Liam ever actually revealed it in the videos. Obviously, Liam
Oh,
didn't catch this,
okay.
but this user right here is clearly using the allure of this world to get access to people's stuff. But my thing is, clearly this guy isn't just trying to get like pure information off of people. Why would you go through all the work and process of making a creepy Minecraft world for someone to play on? No, I think this guy finds some messed up enjoyment out of creeping on and scaring the crap out of people like Liam. So I decided to play along. I told Stevie Poo here that I wouldn't download the world until I figured out what happened to Liam and the last anomaly, because I knew that if this guy probably had access to Liam's computer, he can probably get me the footage that Liam had been recording, but maybe something in there would be able to help me figure out what happened to Liam. And a little bit later, Steve said that he has magically found his way into Liam's Google account because he knew his Gmail. He said he
Interesting.
could share with me the final video, which just so happened to be uploaded 30 minutes before he sent it. Does this guy think I'm an idiot? Anyway, here is the video.
Stevie Poo is crazy. Cancel or cancel? Oh. Oh. This guy uses Windows 11. Oh. Oh. Who are those people? Who are those people? Ah. Ah! DDLC. I should see it, yeah, same vibes. Is Liam and his dad? Dude, that looks like a stock image to me, bro. Okay. Okay. I'll draw this a little bit later. I'm gonna doodle something else. Oh. Bro got the childhood trauma.
Just wondering when you're getting out of practice today. We got the car. All
Just
packed
toss
up
out the
and
whole
ready to go,
PC.
so I'll be ready for whenever you do get home. But tell Chris I say hi, and I'll see you in a bit.
Oh. Run? You're running in the wrong direction! Oh god. Oh god. Cute doodles, thank you. I drew these yesterday. Oh! It's coming to cut me off! Notes about Creepy World: can't eat food anymore. So hard to sprint. Cakes work. Lower brightness means slower entities, I think, just louder though. Oh! It's all coming together! Oh god! Oh god! Run! Run! Weird oak and dirt, don't touch them. Hi, Amba! Run! Go, 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 go! Run! To the house! Run! Quick! Quick! Don't look back! Don't look back! Oh, well, that was easy. Deja vu? I fear that is on purpose.
At this point, I just knew that I had to stop this guy from doing this to other people. This whole thing is not only pervasive, but also disgustingly personalized. And the thing is, I don't even think this guy is that smart. Even if he's doing this for his own enjoyment, there are smarter ways to get into someone's computer than getting them to log into a Google account. So,
Okay.
from this video, I went to Steve and I told him I'd solved it. That I had found the person who made the world, and that, as a matter of fact, the guy
All
had
that
already
to
been
give
caught.
him trauma.
And all of that information that I found out regarding the situation was in this little file right here. And that all he had to do was open it. I got in contact with Liam a couple of days later, who said that after what I saw in that last video, everything had essentially just stopped happening. I guess Steve gets pretty bored.
We
pretty
got him,
quickly and
boys.
Starts looking for new people to traumatize. But at least this Steve guy was out of commission from here on out. I still had questions for Liam, though, specifically about anomaly number 9 and why I was never able to find the video. To which Liam said there wasn't a 9th anomaly, that it skipped right to number 10. I brought up that thing in the trees, and I even sent him a screenshot of the book. But he tells me that he swears that that was not in the book when he was playing. Hey, what? Things are not adding up. Anomaly, these notes getting pulled up on the screen by themselves, even the forum page that seems to have never have existed. I ended up going back to that original Google account that started all of this to try to find anything helpful. And very conveniently, I found this folder. 9 videos, all uploaded within the last day, and when I watched them, Not again. God damn.
Oh god. Is this just other people? Is it other people doing the same thing? Guys, don't download stuff off the internet! No! Don't do it! It's internet safety, guys! Don't do it! Don't download things! Don't log into things that aren't yours! Don't give out your information to other people! This is just basically basic. Guys! Guys, don't do it, okay? We're cooked. We're cooked. How long ago was this video? 2 months ago. Guys, 2 months ago. Ugh. It's GG's, guys. It's so Jover. They never learn. They never learn. I feel like internet safety has gone downhill since COVID. I fear since more people... Yeah. Which is crazy considering we had an age where everyone had to be online. That's just crazy to me. We had a whole era of everyone having to be online, and yet internet safety was not taught. Guys, please. Well, that was fun. Where's the chain email scares? This is not the way. Where's the, if you don't forward this email to 5 of your friends, then you'll get bad luck for 7 years? Where? Everyone got bored and decided to forget the one rule of internet safety. No. Ugh. Oh, guys. Ugh. But yeah. Hi. Didn't have access to friends' emails to do that. Dude, I was forwarding emails like crazy when I was dude, but when I was younger, like me in high school watching my friends put the name of their high school and graduating year and college plus graduating year in their IG bios of what are you doing? Dude, no, for real. When I was younger, since we didn't have like messaging systems when I was like in elementary school, nor like phones, so like one of my elementary school friends and we would message each other through email. We would email each other to talk, and we would like email each other like live time. So it's like we're just sitting at our desk with our emails open, just like talking to each other. God. And like our emails would not have like any of our name stuff in it. It's like disguised and whatever. My dad made my email. I don't know, man. I remember when Instagrams used to all be private. Like no one had a public Instagram. And you only let your friends in there or people you knew.
How long's it been?
I like opened a video and I don't like how it looks. I don't like that this is the first thing I see. That's the first thing I heard. Same with Facebook. I didn't use Facebook until college. I didn't use Facebook until college, and I stopped using Facebook when I graduated. Anyways. Guys, friends, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Yes, it's been a short stream, but I did say 2 hours is my maximum today. I do have to skedaddle. Oh, now what was that? That is what we're gonna watch next time. Once again, I will be streaming later today right after I got here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amba. I would normally stream longer, but I do have stuff that I have to go do today. Okay. Anyways. I do have to head out. I will be back later tonight. I think I'm gonna go live at around 8 or 9. Yeah, the Newgard event is in 30 minutes. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch it. But I will be live later tonight to watch the new Amazing Digital Circus episode. It's going to premiere at 6 p.m. EST, but I will be busy during that time, so I will most likely watch. I'll most likely stream and watch it at around 8 or 9 p.m. EST tonight. And I don't know what else I'm going to do later tonight, but that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm gonna watch the episode. And yeah. So I'm going to avoid social media at all costs so I don't get spoiled. But that'll be exciting. Maybe I'll consider watching it with friends, but I do encourage you guys to watch the premiere yourselves. Please don't spoil when I do stream later tonight to watch the episode. But yeah, so I'll be back maybe. It's either I'll be back or I end up watching it with friends and then I don't stream it because I end up watching it with friends. But you know, or I watch it with friends on stream. Who knows? Not scrolling through Twitter at all today. Yeah, as soon as it hits 6 p.m., I am off social media. I'm out. But yeah, because of the new Amazing Digital Circus episode, I am doing a sale on a little surprise sale from today till next Friday on all of my Amazing Digital Circus merch. So I'll probably make an announcement on that a little bit later. But yeah. Yeah. So, and plus the holiday discounts is still on top of that as well. So, that's fun. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to wrap up now because I have some stuff that I gotta do before I watch the Newgard event. So yeah. Thanks guys for hanging out. I'll see you guys when I see you. I don't really feel like finding someone to raid. I'm lazy. But go wherever. You guys know where I'm going. But yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight. If not, then whenever I see you, because I never know when I stream anymore. Okay? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. I can't wait to buy from your shop for a third time unless... No, stop that. I'm blocking you right now. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.